Welcome back to my quarterfinals game of EP Jaipur. I'm playing against Epid, and they're on Casino Scam, which is not a very good matchup for me because they're a combo deck, and my deck has zero interaction. And not just that it has zero interaction, but it's a slow deck that has zero interaction. I mean, it's not too slow, but it's slow as in, like, I don't win the game on turn 3. I win the game on turn 5 after getting a bunch of value, so that gives them so much time to just find a way to combo off. I mean, they can combo off on turn 4 if they really have the hand for it. If they have the combo, I have nothing that I can do to stop them, at least game 1. But I'm keeping this hand because that's 3 Primary Surgences and a Tamio. But they get to be on the play, so they have Cosmic Synchro, right? Yeah, if they have Cosmic Synchro, then that's not very fun for me. If they have Cosmic, then turn 1, Primal gets countered. Turn 2, I try to play Primal again on... I have to fetch a Forest. I played Primal on Forest, and then I don't get to do anything with Seaside Grotto. Yeah, so if my turn 1 Primal gets countered, then it's really bad for me. Because I don't want to be losing time against the combo deck. I just need to win before they can get their combo together. Because I have no way to answer their combo again. Actually, combo is graveyard based, right? So if I get a sacrificial bowl in play with the mana up, I don't think they can afford to combo. Do they have any ways to kill the bowl easily? They can Needless Atrocities. Okay, so they can try to combo, and then before they go to the graveyard part of their combo, they just Needless Atrocity my bowl away. But it will make it a lot harder for them to combo, because now they need to get one extra card, and cards are sort of a premium in their deck when they're comboing, because with Wizard Seat or with Black Hole Musing, you're basically looking for some specific cards. You can't really afford to just take random cards as you mill your entire deck, or I guess exile your entire deck. Did I forget to keep? I already kept, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot to keep. And okay, yeah, so if they have Cosmic Synchro on turn 1, I'm very sad. No. If I play Logger Recluse instead, and that one gets countered, then nothing changes for me. So yeah, I should be going for Primal Resurgence instead of Logger Recluse. Or should I? If I play Logger, get down the Seaside Growl, I draw a land next turn, I can try to run Tamio into something. If Primal Resurgence does get countered next turn, I just play another Primal. Does it make that much of a difference? I mean, Primal is much better if I don't draw a land next turn, so yes, I'll play Primal. And do you have the Cosmic Synchro? Yeah, they do. They're thinking. I mean, surely you counter this, right? If you don't counter this, then I'll be very happy, and I'll probably... What? Do they have a Cosmic Synchro or not? Because if they had one, they should have been countering this, right? What other one drop do they have? So they're saving the Cosmic Synchro for something else. Or they're just bluffing, I guess. That could also be it. I'm just gonna assume that they're not bluffing. They're probably saving the Cosmic Synchro for... Oh, now they tap out. Okay, so they definitely don't have Cosmic Synchro. Or they're saving Cosmic Synchro off the Weeping Lotus. Okay, so I think my plan here is to just play a bunch of 1-drops onto the single forest. And hopefully I draw a land. Not a land, that's disappointing. What I play here is play Seaside Grotto, play 2 Primal Surgences onto the forest, right? Because if I play Tamio here, I mean, I can play Tamio on tap and then play 2 Primal Resurgences, but the problem is that that runs into Cosmic Synchro, and they're kind of acting like they have Cosmic Synchro, and I don't want to play into that. If I go for Forest, Primal, Seaside, what does that get me? Next turn I get to untap with 5 mana. If I draw land, I go to 6 mana. I mean, it's enough mana to play Tamio and pay for Cosmic Synchro, so I can play Tamio next turn and then untap and go up to enough to play Leyran. I think that's probably better. Does it play around Cosmic Synchro if I do that? Like, Tamio's 3, so if that thing makes 4, then I tap this for 1, the 1, and then tap, make 4 again, that's 5. I play Seaside, that's 6. So that doesn't actually play around Cosmic Synchro. I can go Tamio maybe next turn. Well, anyways, I'm taking too much time thinking on my turn. I should be thinking on my opponent's turn, like how people do it in chess, even though I don't play chess, so whatever. But yeah, Primal Resurgence. And I don't think they have anything that they can do to counter this, so I'll just stick all of them onto the forest. And yeah, I pass. They can combo off next turn, right? If they play another land, so 4 mana, I have nothing to play. Well, I can combo. They have enough mana for the full combo, right? If they play buy time, or no, they play buy time at the end of my turn, and you get to untap with 2 turns in a row. Play a swamp. You go up to 5 mana at the end of turn because of the Weeping Lotus. I mean, they can definitely Cosmic Synchro for a lot if they really wanted to. And does that mean I want to put all my bags in one basket and play Leyran? Because that thing runs directly into Cosmic Synchro when I have so much mana that I can probably afford to play around it. Like, if I don't act now, then they just get the combo off, so I need to play something that threatens them. And Leyran threatens them pretty well. Even, yeah, they can't deal with it very cleanly. Alright, they're tapping out for something. Black Hole Musing right now at sorcery speed. Strange. So, does that mean they have nothing? They're using Black Hole Musing as a draw spell, right? Okay, hitting a bunch of lands in a row, that's kind of hilarious. Do they want to keep going? If they go too low, then layer in alpha kills them. They're gonna keep going. They literally exiled Blood River. Wait. Okay, 6 land in a row. That's actually just hilarious. Okay, but like them exiling Blood River is actually a big problem because they need Blood River to win the game in a turn. I guess if they play by time and have an extra turn to let the Black Hole Musing sit around, then they don't need Blood River. Alright, there's Cosmic Cinco. I think they're just gonna end it here and take Cosmic and Blood River because they do need Blood River for a combo. No, they're gonna keep going. Okay. I guess they have enough lands in hand so they don't really care at this point. Are they just gonna go super low because they want to find their combo cards? Right, because life doesn't matter once they play buy time. They're just looking for buy time, and I guess probably want other pieces. Maybe they have the other piece in hand. Yeah, they probably have at least some parts of the combo in hand, and they're using Black Hole Musings to dig for the final pieces. Seems like they haven't gotten there yet. I mean, they can just take Cosmic Cinco and be pretty happy with it, because they get the Cosmic for 2, and that means I don't get to play Leyran Alpha. Or do I? What if I Tamil twice? I mean, with this many Primal Resurgences, each time is +1 mana, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. That still doesn't play around Cosmic Cinco. If I draw another land, then that's 8. Alright, so if I top deck a land here, I think I'm actually just willing to play 2 Tamils to play Leyran Alpha and not get hit by Cosmic Cinco. And they do take Blood River and Cosmic. Okay. Hopefully they play another 1-drop, and then they don't get the Cosmic as easily. Alright, so I do need to top deck a land here. Oof, more Tamils. I mean, Tamil is basically a land at this point. Yeah, it's +1 mana. Alright, so yeah, Tamil, Leyran to play around Cosmic Cinco. Yeah, that's my plan here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, play Tamil. They're not going to counter this, right? Or they can't, because I have enough to pay for Cosmic Cinco. If they do Cosmic Cinco me, then I just let Cosmic resolve. Or no, I pay for Cosmic, and then Tamil resolves and untap my land. And I'm pretty happy. Because I do get to go into Leyran Alpha afterwards. Okay, they let resolve. And the question is, what do I do with my 2 extra floating mana after I Tamil with an... Or I have 1 extra floating, so that's enough for Logger. I guess I'll play it as an attacker. So, go up to 4, tap this land, scry 1. Actually gets me a bunch of scrides, which could be important because it might dig me into something that's really good. I think right now I'm just looking for a second layer in Alpha, so I'll bomb the Prime Resurgence. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Tamil number 2. Will I resolve? Oops. Okay. So let's see what's on top. Hail Scatter. Is that good? No. So the only thing that matters here is another layer in Alpha, because that lets me win the game. And they play blocker or something. Hail Scatter is just too slow to matter right now, so I'll bottom that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ammo number 3. Okay. Untap. Let's see what's on top. Another Pale Scatter. The land. Do I want to risk drawing a land instead of a Pale Scatter? I think the answer is yes, because Pale Scatter is just too slow right now. Okay, and now I get to play Leyran Alpha with enough to pay for Cosmic Cinco, which response. Okay, let it resolve. Wonderful. And I have to play Logger Recluse here, right? I just play Logger Recluse into the Cosmic Cinco, right? Because if I get them to waste the Cosmic Cinco, then I'm pretty happy. Or am I? Yes, I think though, yeah, it gets rid of 2 lowest petals, so I want to do that. Let it resolve. Okay, sure. Do they have a kill spell? No, they don't. Okay, wonderful. So basically, it's just combo or bust, and hopefully they don't have the combo. You know, on second thought, maybe I should have tried to play Leyran into the Cosmic Cinco because it gets rid of 2 petals. No, that's not right? If I get rid of 2 petals, was that... These are playing with 3 mana, that's not enough to buy time. Alright, Weeping Lotus makes in their petal at the end of turn, so they haven't exactly enough to play buy time into my next turn, and I won't have Leyran in play to pressure them, so I think playing out Leyran Alpha by making enough mana to Cosmic Cinco was probably the right... Or to play around Cosmic Cinco was the right choice. And they're tapping out yet again main phase for another Black Hole Musings. Did they just not get a good draw this game? Yeah, they're Desperation Black Hole Musings now. And, okay, there's the buy time. Wait, they have enough mana for buy time at the end of turn. Ah, crap. Take buy time. Are they gonna take Rainfalls too? Alright, I've lost. I can't stop the buy time. So, yeah. So, my plan here, the only way I can win here is if I top deck Bow and then use it to prevent them from getting back any of their Black Hole Musings. Actually, how many copies of Black Hole Musings do they run? They run 4, okay. And if I have Bow, then I play Bow, I don't have enough mana floating, so that's really annoying too. Okay, so now I need to minus Tamil in order to draw some cards. It draws me 4 cards though, which is pretty good. Do I care about holding back? Sort of, because I don't really need to attack with everything. Like, one thing will force them to buy time, right? They have no instant speed removal. Yeah, so one attack will force them to buy time, and then now they have to get through some toughness in order to kill me with the Black Hole Musings, which they probably can do, but, whatever. So yeah, play your buy time, please. Okay. Anyways, should I have attacked more stuff to get more toughness? No, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to take another turn after this if I don't get what I need here. So Tamio -2, drawing me 4 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Please get Sacrificial Bowl. That's not Sacrificial Bowl. In fact, that's like exactly not what I need right now. No point in keeping it mat. I just lost here. So my play here is to just get as much toughness into play as possible and hope that might be enough to stop my opponent. It isn't, but like it's worth trying, I guess. So New Divide's kind of useless right now. So Plugger Recluse, Crumbling Shrine. Let's see what's on top. Not what I need. Actually, maybe Hellscar wouldn't have been a horrible take just because it provides some extra toughness. Well, whatever. Too late to change my mind now. So how does this Wall of Toughness look? Is it enough to prevent... They have Dark Lance Charm. They can kill me through a bunch of blockers. Like, it doesn't matter what I have right now. And the way I win here is if they, like, brick and then don't get what they need. But they probably have Wish to See to get back to Black Hole Musings and grab the rest of their combo. The Crumbling Shrine's supposed to not have enough count. Can you call a judge for that? Okay. I'm not gonna really say much while they're comboing. I guess I should probably at least explain how the combo works for people who haven't seen it before. Basically, with Spy Time, you can't lose the game, so you can just pay however many. You can just exile your entire library with Black Hole Musings, which lets you pick up any 2 cards you want. You take Wish to See to get Black Hole Musings back and as a absolutely gigantic horror. And then if you have some extra resources, you can Dark Lance Charm it to make it unblockable to get past my board, and Blood Rivers to give it haste in case you don't have an extra turn off the buy time. Like if you wish to see it back during your second turn of buy time. And oh, that doesn't matter. I'll just sack Clogger Recluse, I guess, and get a poison counter. And they're gonna take their second turn. Wait, okay, so yeah, they have Blood Rivers, so they don't need to play Wish to See during their first buy time turn. And yeah, Wish to See gets back Black Hole Musings as a creature. They're using the second Wish to See they're using the second Black Hole Musings to exile the remainder of their deck and grab some extra cards off it while they're at it. I wonder if they're gonna try to falter away my last card. Well, no, they need to play Dark Lance Charm, so they can't. So like right now, they can't really afford to BM me or anything. But yeah, show me Dark Lance Charm, I guess. Have they already shown it? I wasn't paying attention while they were comboing off because I was talking with the judge. They have the Dark Lance Charm, right? Yeah, okay. Unfortunate. But that's kind of expected to happen with this matchup. Like, and I even got a really good draw because I got a bunch of Primal Resurgences on single land and then Tamio the bunch and managed to drop it early later on alpha through a Cosmic Sinkhole. Of course, it's not fast enough because against a combo deck. I guess it's not the perfect draw because I could have gone some Sacrificial Bowls, which were actually like what's important in the matchup. So anyways, on to sideboarding. Sacrificial Bowl, Forbidden Treasure. That's really that's really everything that matters here. And opponent has some discard and some Sigil of Radiance in the sideboard, and some Infectious Eagles, which are actually really good against me because I get a lot of permanents in play, and the permanents do matter a lot because they're the ones that giving me mana. So what else? Do I want Helene? It's a 4-mana counter preemptive counter spell. Is that good? Actually, first I should figure out what to cut. My chart to Vast is kind of bad because I don't have time to chart. Illyrian Alpha I kind of need because that's the thing that's beating down. I'll cut some Pale Scours because those guys I always don't like because I can't cast them half the time. I want to cut more charts. That kind of feels dangerous. I'll cut another Pale Scouter, I guess. That feels bad. Yeah, but is that what I'm going with? Pale Scour isn't that good, right? I mean, it's a beater, but it's not a fast beater. Tamio good? I mean, Tamio was pretty good last game. Tamio's good because it draws me cards and I need lots of cards to find my sack bowls and forbidden treasures because those are the cards that really matter in this matchup. So one more cut. I'll cut the fine. I'll cut Leyran, I guess. I don't want to be playing big, expensive stuff against a deck with Cosmic Sinkholes, right? And they're also going to bring in Board Wipes, which Leyran is actually quite good against because they give stuff haste. I'll go with this. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be cutting. I'm not super familiar with this deck because I didn't really play it that much before GP. Like, I only played it once or twice in League after Purple gave it to me. I should have asked them what the sideboard plan of this deck is supposed to be, like what cards it's supposed to be boarding out. Because now I'm actually not sure. Seems like my opponent's also taking a lot of time thinking, so yeah, they're probably thinking about how much they value the discard and how much they value the board wipes. How good is Sigil against me? It's only good against Recall Forgotten Eons, right? No, Sackbow. Right. So, and Black Hole Musings or Wish to See does not care about Sigil because it casts a copy. It never leaves the graveyard. Huh. So yeah, it protects the graveyard against Sackbow, hilariously enough. Anyways, okay, Sackbow in the opening hand, Log of Recluse. Yeah, I'll keep this. I need to buy Fetching Island, even though I really want more green, because in case I draw anything that requires blue, I need to have an island around. But at least on the play, that means I don't have to worry about Cosmic Sinkhole turn 1. Blood Depth, sure. So now I get to play around Cosmic Sinkhole because I have enough mana to pay for it. If they Valdez me, I'm just going to discard Pronouncer, I think, because I need a Sackbow around. Okay, yeah. Low. It doesn't matter which one you take. I can also discard Sackbow, play 2 Pronouncers. That's 3 tokens. How fast does that beat them down? Probably less fast than Sackbow, so I'll just keep the Sackbow around because I need that thing pretty badly. It's the thing that's preventing me from. Did I forget to update? No, Epid forgot to update their Cockatrice. Now Valdez is a 3/3 because it used to be a 3/3. Primary Surgeon. Okay, yeah, there we go. When you divide fetches island, I play Primary Surgeons on the island. I use that to play Pronouncer. Pronouncer untaps island. I use that to play Sackbow. I still have a mana up, right? Seems like a really good plan. And yeah, I'll go for that. This island. There we go. So Pronouncer preserves. Okay, I guess one thing that is kind of disappointing is that Pronouncer won't be able to see the Primary Surgeon, so I'll only get 1 token. That's just pretty minor. The more important thing is that I'm dropping my hand really early, so now their hand attack does nothing, and they don't have any go wide wipes. Surely they haven't boarded in their board wipes, right? Like board wipes against ramp. I guess they're actually pretty good against my ramp targets. Huh. How much do I want this to overextend into? Well, no, they don't get to wipe next turn, and then I already get to play Sacrificial Bowl with a bunch of mana ups and pumped twice, so that means Violent Collapse won't do me in. And Pronouncer is protecting my Sackbow against sack effects. Do you have hard removal? And Wave of Decay. So the only thing I have to worry about is Wave of Decay, which won't kill my Sackbow next turn. Okay, yeah. So they can't exactly kill my Sackbow anytime soon. That's wonderful. I just get to pass turn. And yeah, so Sackbow gets to eat 2 lands and hopefully gets to eat some more lands once the lands find their way into the yard. What am I actually worried about? Soulbreaker does not do anything against me. Needless naming Sackbow. I guess that's sort of annoying because now it turns on Soulbreaker. Weeping Lotus. Okay, yeah, that's also annoying. And I don't really have any good ways to kill it because, like, I'm not boarding in car against a deck that only has Weeping Lotus as their permanents. Crap, I forgot to activate Sackbow. Well, hopefully it won't matter too much. Oh, it did matter a lot, didn't it? Unfortunate. Alright, so I should be drawing with Tamil because that's 4 cards. But that means, like, not activating Sackbow was actually just super bad for me. Yeah. Okay, I need to, like, remind myself to actually do stuff properly. If I just play out Tamil, untap, use mana for Sackbow and Log of Recluse. Do you have any ways to kill Planeswalkers easily? Now if I do that, then I untap, use the mana all for Sackbow to get out of sweeper range. Yeah, not activating that turn was super bad for me. And if the top deck can land off Tamil, and that's probably what's going to happen, then that's good for me. So I should be just playing Tamil and minusing her right now. Yeah. Also means that if my board gets wiped, I'll have more chances to recover. So yeah, Tamil minus and draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get to discard. I'll discard Forest and then Wayfarer's Trance to get more fuel for my bowl. So not the worst thing that could have happened, I guess. I have another Tamil as backup. So yeah, Wayfarers to get Forest, and then I guess just hold up 2 green in case my opponent plays board wipe. Or no, I'll just activate Bowl right now to get the damage through because damage matters right now. And yeah, if I activated Bowl earlier, then I could have activated Bowl once to get out of behind class range and then attack with Log of Recluse too, right? Or could I don't know. Well, anyways, no point in holding up any mana, right? They could combo next turn, or can they? If they no, they can't exactly combo because like they would have to main phase the buy time, which I don't think they want to do. So yes, I'll just like start bowling now, and yeah, no, like that misplay really stun. But why am I playing so hard around Blind Collapse when they have enough mana next turn for Basadon, right? Or not exactly. So can they Wave Decay my bowl? They can't. Yeah, it's only -3 at max. Also, hand attack is kind of live against me now because now I have 2 cards in hand, which is probably the perfect amount to double hand attack. Tamil can't draw card scan. At least I have a lot of things on board to spend mana on. Did I not exile my forest? Yeah. So if I exile the forest, or if I activate a bow last turn, I basically get to attack for 3 more. Okay, but actually maybe not attacking for 3 more was the right play there, because that means they can't play Face to Dawn this turn for the reduced cost. Next turn, if Tamil survives, I'm going to use her to +1 my land to make 2 more mana, and then play Tamil again to minus and draw some more cards. Wait, are they just straight up going... Okay, Infectious Eagle, that's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. I have a lot of things to sack. That's also not very fine because Infectious Eagle exists, and it's going to be attacking each turn. So I need to, like... Yes, I need to find something to deal with this, and I can't deal with it because my deck has no way to deal with creatures at all. Okay. Pronouncer again. Okay, that's good. That's gonna give Infected Eagle a lot of stack fuel. Actually, I can play Pale Scatter first, right? Play Pale Scatter, put the aura on the land, tap the land, play Pronouncer. Gives me 1 less token, but that's fine because I'm already making a bunch of tokens. That gives a bunch of mana. So yeah, I'll do that, I guess. Right. Another way to do... Can I like get Pronouncer and Pale Scatter into play at the same time? Or at least get Pronouncer to play before Pale Scatter? I don't think I can, right? I can if I tap this land, but then now I'm not making 1 extra mana. Well, actually, how much does the extra mana matter to me? Because I'm basically that means I'm gonna be paying 1 mana for 1 antelope. Like, how much mana do I need afterwards? Pronouncer is gonna put the aura on this land, so it's like tapping for 3 and 3. It's first Tamil tap, plays another Tamil, and then I have 3 mana left over for Pronouncer. If I do it the other way around, I have 4 mana left over for Pronouncer, right? Or no, I have 5 mana left over because I'll have more mana as I tap the land too. Okay, so yeah, I should definitely play Pale Scatter first. They might have Cosmic Synchro, right? Should I be worried about that? Right, doing this also plays on Cosmic Synchro pretty well. Okay. I do need to activate Bow at least once before I attack, so I can actually attack past Infectious Eagle this turn. That shouldn't be too bad. Anyways, this thing is also 5/5, which is pretty nice. I need to +1 Tamil on the land before I play a second Tamil, so yeah, that means there's really no point in playing Pronouncer beforehand. So let's untap this. Let's see, what do I scry into? Probably Shrine is not useful right now. What I need is something impactful. Okay, turns out, yeah, I missed my Pronouncer Preserves trigger from Pale Scatter, but it's a missed beneficial trigger, so I don't get another warning to add to my game loss track. Anyways, I'm assuming my opponent's not going to put it on the stack, so I'll just keep going. Or they're going to give it to me. Okay, sure. So now I play Tamil number 2, and then I draw cards and play Pronouncer. Right, is that how I'm going to do it? Because otherwise I'm tapping really awkwardly, right? Yeah, so play second Tamil, draw cards. If I want to do stuff, I play Pronouncer, untap the land. I mean, I have 1 mana left over, so I can activate Bow and then attack. And yeah, it depends on what I draw. If I draw Forbidden Treasure, then that's really good for me. But anyways, Tamil number 2. I'm assuming it resolves. And -1, I guess, or -2. Draw 4 cards yet again, right? Make sure, yeah, it is 4 cards. And I'll discard. Do I discard Cataract or Seaside Grotto? I think I actually discard the Seaside Grotto here, right? And like I need more green mana in 1 at a time. At the same time, do I only need a single blue, right? Did I play a land this turn? I haven't actually played a land this turn. I think making green easily is probably more important than Seaside Grotto, even though that's my only copy, right? This is such a tough decision. Okay, I can justify it by saying that if I discard Seaside Grotto, I'll have more stuff for sack bow to hit. So yeah. Did I play Recall Forgotten Aeons? It might draw me into Forbidden Treasure. Like that's really the main thing I want right now, Forbidden Treasure. At the same time, you know what, like, I don't want to think that hard. I'm just going to play Pronouncer Preserves number 2, make the land aura, get onto the same island, make some antelopes. So, Infectious Eagle is kind of a wimpy right now. Anyways, time to start eating my yard with the bowl. And I swing at the bowl and whack them down to the amount where they can bait it on me and I lose everything. I'm alright with that, actually. Because the thing is, if I wipe the board, then so does Infectious Eagle. And they can't wipe the board plus play something else. Then that means I get to untap with the Tamio and a Recall and Repel Scour, and like that's really good for me. So yes, I'll do that. If they throw Infectious Eagle at the Sackbow, then I know that they have Face of Dawn coming. Or no, they have to take care in order to actually play Face of Dawn. So either ways, I'm happy. Yeah. Actually, aren't they like just dead if they don't have a board wipe or something? Or I guess a buy time? If they do buy time, what do I do? Can a single Sackbow stop a buy time combo? They would have to somehow find a Phaetodon before they can safely combo, right? Because like wish to see targets. Yeah, so as long as it's a sack bowl out, they can't afford to wish to see any of their black hole musings. If they do want to combo, they would have to hardcast everything, which I don't think they can do. Actually, Pedal Scout is supposed to be a 6/6 right now too, because yeah, 2+4. Opponent's sneaking pretty hard because yeah, they're in quite a bind. Sack bowl preventing them from comboing, and my board kind of just preventing them from not doing anything. Maybe desperate enough to just burn up their buy time to find a board wipe, and then I guess hope to find more buy times in their later combo turns to keep going. Okay, they make the land drop, play it tapped, or no, they're just gonna go for buy time. Like, no way they win if they buy time, right? Because like I have 4 mana, right? Or yeah, 4 mana total of bow activations. Or actually, no, the island, right? There are 3 bow activations, and they can't afford to play 3 Wish to Seize. They're gonna hardcast Valdez. Yeah, sure, no problem. So, they have no instant speed interaction, right? So I can just safely crack and activate Bowl right now. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep sticking up the sacrificial Bowl. Do I have lethal next turn? I'm not sure. Well, that's funny. Anyways, yeah, time to count. So what instant speed interaction can they have? Darklands Charm does not do it. And that's everything. Okay, so it's just a damage calculation. I'm assuming they're gonna chump. So it's 9 less than 3 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 1 + 1. Or no, 3 + 1 + 1, so that's 5. 1 off lethal. And if I swing with bow, then they just can kill the bow. Well, if they kill the bow, they're just dead, right? So like play Primal Fusion, play Primal Resurgence, swing with everything, and then they either have to sack the entire board and still not kill bow because they can just keep activating it, or they die. Seems like a plan. I feel like I should activate Tamio beforehand though, just to see like what's available. Yeah, sure. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and I'll activate Tamio, untap that. Right. Okay, another sack bowl. Wonderful. That's pretty great. Anyways, Pump Logger Recluse and 2 sack bowl activations. So there goes my 2 fetch lands, I guess. And is this guy still at 8/8 or 6/6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's this guy's a 7/7. All right, let's swing. And they're chumping now, right? You kind of have to. Wait, do we have enough mana to board wipe and then also combo? I don't think they do. Like even if I misplayed. I should have played Recall Forgotten Aeons first to see what I could have gotten. Okay, well, I'll have 1 green floating. Anyways, play Recall Forgotten Aeons. If I draw layer and alpha here, I'll be very, very disappointed. Of course I don't. Luckily I don't. I'm not gonna play my second sack bowl because that's just begging to get killed by a board wipe. But anyways, crap, did I miss another pronouncer trigger? Oh, anyways, that was awkward. So let's just pass the turn. Honestly, this game's just dragging on for quite a while. Like, it's already over an hour. They're gonna give me again. I mean, I'm assuming they just decide that they're gonna lose unless they get a board wipe, in which case extra tokens don't matter. But yeah, this game has been over an hour. It's only game 2, mostly because of judge calls and just both of us kind of tanking for a pretty long time during each of our turns. I guess we just play really complicated decks. But no, this deck isn't that complicated. It's very hard to sequence. And like it's not very clear how much mana you have during your turn, even though it's like very they're just gonna kill themselves. Okay, sure. So that means we're going to game 3. Woo. Same loadout. Same loadout, I guess. Cameo was really good there. Anyways, if I want to bring Car, because the car is useless. If I want to bring Helene, I think maybe Helene's is basically a counter spell, right? And counter spells are good against their deck because it stops what they're doing. But they don't have that many non-creature spells to get through the stances, right? No, they have a bunch of discard and ram stuff. But like if I Helene right before turn 3, now they can't combo off next turn, right? Is it correct to take out all the Chart of Vasts? Well, that feels wrong. This also feels wrong, but on a different level. Yeah, okay, sure, I'll go with this. And okay, so this is unkeepable. This is very unfortunate because this would be a great hand had no, it's all right, right? Turn 1 Crumbling Shrine, turn 2 Primal Resurgence onto the island into sack bowl. That means I bomb Pedal Scour because that thing's never getting cast. If sack bowl gets Cosmic Sinkhole, what do I do? That's not great for me, but at least it eats up a Cosmic Sinkhole, I guess. If I top deck a Forest, then that's also really good for me. Because now I get to try to slam a turn 2 Recall Forgotten Aeons. One's circling their turn time to decide. They mulligan once. I mean, this game mostly just comes down to whether I can get Forbidden Treasure to land on their combo or kill them before the combo, I guess. Or if I can get Sackful around with enough mana to annoy them enough to not combo off. Actually, Infectious Ego is really good against Recall Forgotten Aeons because it gets lands it gets land into play, so now you cross the 4 permanent threshold, and they drop Eagle, and then you have to sack down to 3, and that's really scary. Alright, no turn 1 Cosmic Synchro. So please top deck a Forest. That's the exact opposite of what I wanted. Well, let's see. Is this gonna be... Of course. Well, better now than never, I guess. I still want to play Island and stick Primal Resurgence onto it, because I want my untaps to also produce blue mana. And do they have another Weeping Lotus turn 2? No, probably. Okay, so I guess drawing Log of Recluse was good there, because they're definitely taking Primal Resurgence. Unless they're like super tunnel vision and are going to take the sack bow instead, because that's the thing that stops them. Which actually is probably also a good play. Like either take the thing that's ramping me up or the thing that's going to be directly interacting with them. Because nothing else matters if they get the combo. They take Cameo. They want to take my Haymaker. I guess that thing that's drawing me cards. Yeah, that also makes sense. But the good news is they have a slow start. Alright. Another Recall Forgotten Aeons. Yeah, if I only got the turn 1 ramp, then this has been a really good game for me. And now, except now I have to contend with the fact that I don't have turn 1 ramp. They have no ways to directly kill Bull, right? Like, they can Wave Decay or Violent Collapse, but that means they're using their board wipe to deal with a single Bull, which is still probably worth it, but at least a lot less bad for me. Anyways, at least they're tapped out now, so I don't have to worry about Cosmic Synchro on the Bull. But, like, again, and I'll pass. Actually, no, this thing does basically everything, because now they can make me sack it, but like not sack it in the way that it's supposed to be sacked, like sack it in the way that they want it to be sacked. If they tapped out for a Sorcery Speed removal spell, I think I'm actually kind of happy because I don't have to deal with Cosmic Synchro on my Recall Forgotten Aeons, which is what's actually going to matter. No, they tap out for Weeping Lotus. Okay, then I get to tap out for Recall Forgotten Aeons. Do they have another land? If they have another land, then they can help Cosmic Synchro for Recall. They're thinking super hard right now for some reason. What are they thinking about? Are they thinking about their land play? Right, they're thinking about whether to play this thing tapped or untapped, and they want... Yeah, they're holding up Cosmic Synchro. That's like super blaringly obvious, and can I play around that? I sort of can't play around that if I... So if I play Logger, use it to drop the land, and then I have no way to use my blue mana unless I recall. Am I alright with running one of my recalls into a Cosmic Synchro? I think the answer is yes, because that's one less thing for me to worry about next turn. At the same time, I don't want to tap out because Sackbow is so important. I don't think they have removal, because if they had removal, they would have killed Sackbow already. Unless they're just keeping the removal until they're ready to combo, and then they're killing Sackbow right before that, which sounds probably more correct. Or they could just be like 100 IQ or 9,000 IQ and just hard representing Cosmic Synchro so that I'm going to be incentivized to play around that, because like they know what's in my hand. They probably think that I want to play Recall next turn. You know what? I'll just run Recall into Cosmic Synchro, I guess. In that case, I'll attack with Bull first. Anyway, show me the Cosmic Synchro. They're thinking. Actually, wait. Yeah, this is a good play because it gets rid of a Lotus Petal, which means they're not ramping up, or they're not storing up mana for next turn. Deliberate Resolve? What? Okay, and now there's Forbidden Treasure. Ah, so they're holding up the Cosmic Synchro for Forbidden Treasure. And so can do they have enough mana to buy time now? I don't think so. Yeah, so they untap with... Like, they're not going to buy time during their turn, so I'm always going to be enough having... I'll always have Forbidden Treasure up by the time they're ready to buy time, and enough to pay for Cosmic Synchro. In this case, I'll just play Log of Recluse. And now I'm ramping up super hard, just like how the deck's supposed to. And the Series Rack's probably fetching Glade, because they don't actually need that much blue, all things considered. So are they like end of turn Darklands Charming, and that's why or they're end of turn Cracking the Clue? That's why they play on tap? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that means they don't have Cosmic Synchro, because if they had, they would have played it, I think. Actually, do they have any hard counters in their deck? No, they don't. Okay, so as long as I keep up enough mana for Cosmic Synchro, then Forbidden Treasure is always going to be able to stop their combo. I think the thing that I want to most exile is Black Hole Musings, because like I want them to buy time first so that they die when their Black Hole Musings gets exiled. Yeah, they're like Desperation Digging. Maybe they have the discard spell for Forbidden Treasure, and that's why they're willing to go all this length. I'm assuming if they Valdez, they're going to Valdez high, so that's not going to hit Forbidden Treasure. Do I have enough to coalesce recall? I'm one off. Okay, so I think that's telegraphing buy time, right? If they decide to buy time end of turn, I'm going to be very happy as they... or no, I'm not, because they're going to discard me, and then they're going to play Black Hole Musings, unless they're stupid, which I don't think they are. Well, I get one activation on Bull, so I'll use it. And we know they're going to try to go off while Bull's in play, right? So surely they're not planning to go for it. At the same time, like I can't be sure that they're not doing anything. Do I recall Forgotten Aeons here again? I think so, because I want to just draw into stuff. I'm trying to be, do I want to pay for Logger Recluse? I wax them down to 9, which is kind of dangerous. No way I'm going to kill them before they buy time, right? But like they don't have to buy time, because if I give them too much time, they get to just wait and craft the perfect camp before they get to buy time. So yes, I should be pushing, like aggressively pushing for damage. Recall Forgotten Aeons. Do they do anything Okay. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't tap the island because now I don't get to stick all my primary insurgencies on one island. I think I'm willing to stick spread my primary insurgencies around, and I'll just like crack these guys now. I don't have to think during my opponent's turn. Shifting Glade, right? I don't need that much blue, or do I? I know I don't need that much blue. We're Shifting Glade. So primary insurgents goes onto the land. I'm actually taking a really big risk if I pump here. Actually, no, if they just tap out and play buy time end of turn, then I'm just going to Forbidden Treasure it because it means they can't combo anymore. So yeah, write them down to 9 and pass a turn. They're fetching. Well, they're dead to 2 turns to my creatures. Like, end of turn, I'm going to activate Bow a few more times, or 2 more times. And now it's a 5/5, it dies, and it kills Epid in 2 swings. What do I do if they play Infectious Eagle? I don't think I can actually afford to sack Logger Recluse because it's protecting my bow against needless atrocities. Like, if Eagle comes down, I'm just going to sack one of my forests. Or actually, Crumbling Shrine, right? Okay, yeah, there's a board wipe. Actually, do I Forbidden Treasure this? Do I get to push for lethal if that happens? Let's see, sack bowl. How many lands does the thing have access to? 1, 2, 3. Those 3 lands, that's a 6/6, and then that, so I have enough mana to do all that. Okay, yes, I do. If I have Forbidden Treasure here and they fight over it and use up one of their counter spells, where does that leave me? It actually leaves me in an alright spot, because if I top deck a land, I get to play Recall Forgotten Aeons. Right. So yeah, how much do I want to risk them having a counter spell? I think they just don't have a counter spell, right? Like if they had a counter spell, they would have played it way earlier. Unless they have a buy time in hand and that just lost me the game. No, surely not. Because if they do have a buy time in hand, then what? That means they play a buy time while Sack Bowl is still in play. But I have to tap out in order to get lethal with Sack Bowl. Okay, yeah, that actually is a problem. Or do I? No, I'll still have some activations left, even after I pump Sack Bowl to lethal range. Okay, they're gonna... sure. Let resolve... Let's see what's in their hand. Oh, 2 buy times. Okay, that's worrying. They can't play buy time. It's basically just Sacrificial Bowl against the world. And they do need to get lethal this turn because otherwise they get to hold back buy time for a turn, which I don't want to happen. Alright, so basically more in faith here. Hellscour doesn't do anything for me. Alright, so, I mean, didn't they exile their Flooded Depths? Or, no, it was a different one. Okay. Also, I'm going to start exiling my own lands. That's 2 counters. And that's the last counter. Oops. Anyways, yeah, use your buy time now. I have 3 Sack Bowl activations, and you actually have nothing else in hand, so you need to top deck something off the buy time. You can keep buying more time, but you need some way to kill the Sack Bowl before you can cobble. Okay, was it Sigil of Radiant? Oh, that was a perfect top deck, wasn't it? That's really annoying. Is there a way? Well, I'm just hoping they don't top deck anything good, right? And they actually don't have anything good, so is there anything that can Sack Bowl right now? No, there's no point sack bowling anything anymore. Let resolve and hope for the best. They have 1 more buy time that they can use, so that's 2 draws off the top. Maybe Sigil of Radiance isn't the worst top deck for me because at least it's not something else, or at least it's not something that gets them further towards the combo. If they top deck Black Orb Musings any time, though, then it's game over for me. The fact that they're thinking about this is a bad sign for me because it means that it's not just complete trash. I mean, actually, oh, okay, it is complete trash, never mind. That's funny. Alright, 1 more top deck that I have to avoid, and the game will be mine. Like, actually, Black Hole Musings is the only thing that saves them here. Anything else, it doesn't win a game on its own, so they're just going to die to buy time. Is this going to be a Black Hole Musings off the top? If it is, then I'll be extremely surprised. Okay, never mind then. I win. Have fun. Wait, how many extra turns do they have? This is their last turn, right? If they get 1 more turn. Like, they stack 2 buy times, and they buy time during my end step, right? So they have one turn after this. I'm not sure. Wait, they get to crack Clue. Well, they don't have any. They have enough mana for Black Hole Musings. Okay. All right. Let's see what they get off the top. Is it Black Hole Musings? It's Flooded Depths. Okay, you got me there, Epid. That was a pretty good concede. But didn't expect to win this game, honestly, because I still feel like my deck has a bad matchup. But I guess I got Sacrificial both sideboard games. And they just never got super great hands in both of those games. I think I could have played game 2 better. Like, maybe try to look for lethal a bit more, because it was possible that they could have dropped the Sigil Radiance and then tried to combo off, and that would have screwed me absolutely over. But anyways, that's the game. If I somehow manage to win another GP in a row, I don't know what to say. Other than Pronouncer Preserves is actually just probably... Pronouncer is an absolutely amazing card. I'll probably promo that thing if I can find good art for it. Like, it's been in Greensight 8 sack too, and that in Pronouncer was pretty vital in a lot of my victories, both in terms of just giving me free mana and also making a bunch of bodies, especially when you beckon into it off a 3-drop. But anyways, enough rambling.